Hey, it's Indy and the Windy. Indy from the Windy. I'm not even from here. I just think it sounds cute. And I'm in Chicago. I feel like I could do that, right? Anyway, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Men of color, Black, Asian, Pakistan, Indian, Hispanic. I love y'all so much. Stop asking me if my real name is India. I get it. I'm light-skinned. I'm racially ambiguous. That's all cute. But there is no reason that why every time I get into an Uber, the driver's like, India, is that your real name? And I'm polite. I don't want no smoke with my Uber driver. I say, yes, that's my real name. Little smile, little smirk. And then they're always like, oh, wow, so are you from India? And when I tell you, it does not matter the race outside of white. Because normally the white Uber drivers, they're like, cool, you're in the car. They're either chatty Cathy about something random or not at all. But every other color. Are you from India? Are you Indian? Where are you from? I'm from Philadelphia, sir. The last time I answered Philly, they said Delhi? You're from New Delhi? I can't make this up if I wanted to. So yes, my name is India, and no, I'm not from India. And I'm not Indian. I'm Black. I'm blackety black, blackety blackety black, okay? Even if you did think that I am Indian because my name is India, what makes you feel the need to say that? And also, how does it even make sense? Do we know a bunch of people named America because we are in the U.S. or we're from the U.S.? Do we name our kids America here? So why would my name be India? Because I'm Indian. Like, make it make sense. Someone has to make it make sense. I don't know. I don't know if it's these people's way of flirting, because I've never had a woman ask me, is my real name India? And I've never had them ask me, am I Indian? Because my name is India. I don't know, men. Y'all are going to have to, and I don't think I've ever had a white man ask me this either. So men of color, I need y'all to speak up. Why? Anyway, who am I? Why am I speaking? Why should you care? Why are you even listening to this podcast? I'm the friend you call last because you don't want to hear the truth, but you know I'm going to say it. I'm misunderstood. I'm a bitch. I'm hot. I don't care. I care too much. I'm humble. I'm loving. I'm a guy's girl. I'm the girl that always thinks she's right because of a hunch. And you'll see in due time, I'm always right. I'm a dog mom. I'm a cat mom. I have a doctorate degree in girl math. Yes, I said it. And other girls be thinking they be doing girl math, but no, y'all shit don't be making sense. Y'all don't have a degree like I do, okay? Y'all be going to the store with $1 in the bank, spending $50 and be like, ha ha ha, girl math. Where was the math, bitch? 1 minus 50 is negative 49. Now you're in the negative. That don't make no sense, okay? And I love y'all women. I love y'all. I love y'all, okay? Y'all ain't doing no girl math. Y'all being fiscally irresponsible. You're stupid, okay? You're not stupid, but you're making stupid decisions. And I'm gonna need y'all to stop that. Anyway, while I'm ahead, let me get off that rant. Clearly, I have a lot to say, and I'm not gonna hold back just because I think it's gonna hurt your feelings or anyone's feelings. But everything I say is truly because I love you. If you haven't caught on yet, this is the I Love You But BFFR podcast with your host, India Jade. What is BFFR? Be fucking for real, bitch. I'm tired of y'all lying to yourselves, lying to your partner, lying to your mama, your daddy, your husband, your sister, your cousin. I'm tired. Let's all be for real here. Don't lie to yourself. If you know that you want that cookie, if you a big back, say you a big back. Claim it, girl. Be a big back. If you know that you always go running back to that man or to your baby mom, claim it, own it. It doesn't have to be a good decision for it to be the decision that you know you're going to make in reality. Let's just all be for real. Let's be for real about what's going on in society. We don't need to beat around the bush. We don't need to give people things fancy, politically correct names. Let's just say things how they are. And that's what I intend to do here. So how did I get here? How did I go to NYU, get a business degree, and end up a podcast bro? Well, it's fuck corporate America. That's how I ended up being a podcast bro. To expand on that, I regardless if I had to code switch, learn how to professionally curse people out or not, I always had one boundary, and it was people don't need to like me here, but they're going to respect me. And if they don't actually respect me, they better sure as hell act like it in front of my face and anyone that I could possibly hear from that they're not respecting me. And one day, it was a day, weeks after I came back from a trip, 3-week trip from Europe. It was like 1 week after. I'm on a high, right? I've lost a few pounds because the food is better in Europe as far as like preservatives and stuff. I was walking. I'm on a high. The weather's still nice in Chicago. Didn't cool down yet. I'm about to get a puppy. And I'm busting my ass for this project. And a partner had the nerve to come at me crazy in front of a client. Honestly, I decided in that moment that was going to be the first and last time that somebody talked to me crazy. And it was. I quit. I quit my job. Did I update my resume, get another job? No. So this is my job. Talking to y'all, this is my job. That's why I'm here, okay? So that's how I became a podcast bro, is I don't like to be disrespected in corporate America, screwing me and screwing me and screwing me. Not in the way of like, oh, they didn't give me promotions and I was passed over and like the way that you hear about. No, it's just exploitation. And I'm not for it. So that's how we ended up here. That's how an NYU girl, business school girl, ends up being a podcast bro. It wasn't from a YouTube rabbit hole or nothing like that. This was just, I don't know, being fed up, saying fuck it, saying I don't care. So what are we going to talk about on our little podcast? I'm a gossiper. I'm a gossiper by nature. I'm a pop culture fanatic. And I love me a good rabbit hole. Me and a rabbit hole go together real bad, okay? So if it's anything that you're like, I always wondered about that, I've probably gone down that rabbit hole already and have so much information for you. I love uncovering things that are mysterious or are deeper than what they're presented to us at the surface level. I love gossip so much that I had to give it up for Lent one year. I didn't have to. I chose to. But then I had to negotiate with God and be like, actually, God, just so you know, this only counts for people that I know in real life. It doesn't count for celebrities, because the very next day is when Jordan Woods kissed that man Tristan Thompson. And there was no way on God's green earth that I wasn't going to talk about that. So I said, you know what, God, I just need to be more specific in what I'm offering you in my Lent. What I'm offering is that I will not speak on people that I know. I don't know Jordan Woods in real life, so I can talk about that all I want. I just had to know like how Miss Woods ended up in the situation she was in of getting kicked out of Kylie's house because her insecure sister was dating that man, Tristan Thompson. I had to know. That's that. But I mean, I also feel like at the end of the day, I didn't even need to give up gossip for Lent, because gossip truly has the potential to create change. Talking about things creates change. And I'm doing important work by spreading the word and gossiping, okay? Dare I say the Lord's work? Yeah, I did say it. And you can be mad if you want, but if we're not talking about things, how do you think we're going to get better as a society? I might not be Mahatma Gandhi or Saint Teresa, or is it Mother Teresa? Whatever she is. I might not be that Pope that just died the other day, but I'm doing God's work, and I invite y'all to do God's work with me. Come, sit down. Let's have a chat. Let's talk about the tea. It's important work. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure y'all heard about the Kanye stuff that he wrote in his song Cousin, or Cousins, either one. I'm not going to list out exactly what he said, but if you don't know, just look it up. It'll be the first thing that pops up on your search. And I think, like, although I feel like he could have left the specifics of his experience with his cousin out of the song, I do appreciate that there's a conversation being brought to the table for a larger society on the impacts of porn on our kids, especially if we live in a world where, yes, I could not show it to my kid, but they're going to have access to it one way or another. And how do I help them have a healthy relationship with their sexuality that they're in agency of and control of and aren't going to regret later in their life? If we don't have these conversations, if we're all not kikiing about Kanye and Kanye's crazy and he did this and he did that, maybe those conversations wouldn't be had. Same thing with Shannon Sharpe, what he allegedly did to this 20-year-old girl. I think it brings about the conversation of men, and in this case, Black men being easily corruptible. Shannon Sharpe has done so much to inspire people of color, including myself, not just on the field, but what he does in his talk show perspectives and how he's created a business that is growing and growing. And the people that he brings onto his podcast and gives them a platform to speak. But even if he's not guilty of SA, he's still engaged in a relationship with someone 30 years younger than him that he had a lot of power over. So how do we prevent the people that are uplifting the community in one way from behind closed doors putting people down systemically? How do we do that? We have the conversation. We chat about it. We gossip. We kiki. Yes, we can make jokes on Twitter and we can laugh. But at the end of the day, it means that we're having a conversation about it. Maybe there's going to be a 20-year-old girl who sees all this kikiing and is like, I don't want to be that Gabby girl, Jane Doe. I don't want to be that Jane Doe. So if a 50-year-old man approaches me in the gym, I'm not talking to him. So yeah, I think we're doing the Lord's work here. I hope that you guys join me in that work. Now, I know I'm not a big fan of people doing podcasts where it's just them talking every single episode. I'm sorry to the people who do that, but I just think like you need to have a different voices. As sexy and calming and soothing as I think my voice is, I've been told, I just think you're gonna get tired of it. So I'm gonna have guests. We're gonna have people who are qualified, unqualified, funny, smart, all the things, come on and talk about these different things with us, okay? It's gonna be super fun. In future episodes, you can expect us to talk about why do Black men or men of color date white women once they've made it? Do we think it's okay? We're gonna talk about the TikTok psychologists. Why is everybody saying their ex-boyfriend was a narcissist? We're gonna talk about traditional roles, the trad wives. We're getting into it all over here. So if you want to keep up, subscribe YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you hear or watch your podcast at I Love You ILY But Podcast, and follow on Instagram and on TikToks. I love you, but y'all gonna need to listen to this podcast next week, bitch.